Hey everybody, it's your Gay Sports Fanatic here for this week's edition of NFL Week 12. So we've got 6 hot teams for my Power 5, and hey, I'm going to put myself in there number 7. The Gay Sports Fanatic has been doing pretty well on my NFL picks against the spread. I went 5 wins, 2 losses last week. But let's jump into my Power 6. So number 1, no change from last week, is the Detroit Lions. Just looking awesome right now. What can you say about the Lions? They're the best team in the NFL. Took them to win the Super Bowl. I'm sticking by it. Number 2, the Buffalo Bills. Team red hot. Tough game at home. They beat the Chiefs. Like I said, the Chiefs don't lose by much. In this case, they don't win. They don't lose by much in this case, and they certainly don't ever win by much. So I like the Bills at number 2. Number 3, the Philadelphia Eagles. I had mentioned before the season, and I have all through the season, I thought that Saquon Barkley was the Renaissance man, and that he was not only going to transform this team on the field, but also in the locker room. And Saquon has done that. If you hear the Philly team, the players talk, it's that he has really changed the attitude there. That's what one incredible player with a great attitude can do. So give me the Eagles at number 3. I see them contending. If there's somebody that can knock the Lions out of the NFC, out of the Super Bowl in the NFC, it's the Eagles. Number 4, I'm going to take the Steelers. How they're doing it with Russell Wilson has been an absolute shock to me, but they are winning. So let's keep the Steelers at 4. They deserve it. Number 5, I think the most dangerous team in the NFL. I wouldn't want to play them any week, any time, and that is the Baltimore Ravens. And they are a threat. If you are in the AFC playoffs and you got the Ravens on your schedule or one of your teams in your playoff schedule, look out. 5, Baltimore Ravens. Number 6 is a new entry. It's the Minnesota Vikings. They have the great misfortune of being in the same division as Detroit and Green Bay, who is percolating right underneath here as jumping into the Power 6. This conference is loaded. The Bears, who are in last place, they're not that bad, but they're the worst team in the division. So Vikings, 6. So as I mentioned, last week I went 5 wins, 2 losses against the spread. I've had better weeks than that. I went 6-1 a few weeks. So let's jump into my picks for you bettors out there. Maybe you want to listen to me and see what you think. I'm taking first. I'm going with the Lions, who are playing the Colts. The Lions, I'm staying on this Lions train. I'm just sticking with it. So the Lions are giving away 7.5 to the Colts. Give me the Lions. Throw it at 7.5. I think the Lions will actually win this game big. Next on my list is a classic rivalry in the NFC North. It's the Bears against the Vikings. The Vikings are a 3.5-point underdog. Now, I hesitated on this one because this is going to be one of those kind of rivalry matchups you have in the NFL where, the Bears are going to be pumped. And so I really hesitated on this. But in the end, I'm taking the Vikes. I'm throwing away the 3.5. Next up is the Eagles, my number 3 power team. They're they're a 2.5-point underdog against the Rams. Rams are a good team. This is a good spread. Good spread set by the odds makers. But I'm taking the Eagles. I'm riding this train. The Eagles train as far as we can fly. So I'm taking the Eagles minus 2.5. So give away the 2.5, take the Eagles. Number 3 is the Chargers at the Ravens. Again, the Ravens, most dangerous team in the NFL on any given Sunday. Ravens are giving away 3 to the Chargers. I like the Ravens. Throw away the 3 points. You'll notice I'm taking all the favorites here to cover the spread so far. And here I go again. So the Patriots are playing the Dolphins. The Patriots are horrible. And I'll tell you what, the Dolphins, if you go back to my videos way back when, I had the Dolphins as a surprise team in the NFL. I really thought they were going to compete with The Bills, I think they're going to compete for the AFC title. None of that has happened. Zero. The Dolphins have been a huge disappointment to me this season. Their season is over. So the Dolphins are giving away 7 to the Patriots. I think the Dolphins will win this game, mostly because the Patriots are horrible. So once again, here I go, taking the favorite and beating the spread. So take the Dolphins -7. Next, I'm going to go a little different tack, and I'm going to go with an over-under here. First time I've done this all year. The Bears and the Steelers. I are actually the Browns and the Steelers. I made a mistake, and I'm not editing that out. When I make mistakes, this show's basically live. I don't make edits. So when I mess up, like when I called the Commanders the Commodores a few weeks ago, I leave it in. So you guys know this is real and not all manufactured. So we've got the Browns and the Steelers, great old school industrial city rivalry. I love the Browns, I love their fans, I love Myles Garrett. I just like the Browns a lot. I also thought they might do a lot better this season. Huge disappointment. They're playing the Steelers, but I looked at the over on this, and it's only 36.5 points. And I like the over here. I like the over. I think the Steelers will win pretty handily, but I think there's going to be 37 points or more scored in this game. Next up, I'm going with an over again. No, I'm actually going with an under. Excuse me. Going with an under. I told you I don't leave out these mistakes. I'm going with an under, and that's the Commanders and the Cowboys. I think the Commanders are going to demolish the Cowboys, but I don't think the Cowboys are going to score a lot. So I'm taking the under at 45.5 with the Commanders and the Cowboys. Next up, we're taking the Texas and the Titans. This is the first time all week. I'm taking an underdog and the points. So Texas, who I really like as a team, but they're playing the Titans, who are getting 8.5 points. That's just too many points for me. If it were 6.5, I'd grab the Texans, but it's not. So I'm taking the Titans plus 8.5. Take the Titans, take the points. So anyway, you guys, we'll see if you're a gay sports fanatic and keep this streak up. I don't know how long this is going to last. There is some luck involved here, let's be honest. So anyway, you guys, hope you enjoyed today's show. Please feel free to please comment. Anything, I'm sure I said something you don't like, uh, probably about the Chiefs. And then also feel free to subscribe. Everybody says that, but subscribe and you'll get a feed of all these little videos that I do, usually twice a week, college football and the NFL. By the way, I want you guys to know that I will be venturing out of football eventually and into basketball season, but we're just in such the heat of the football season right now that's where my mind is. So you guys, thank you. Enjoy your Sunday. We shall see you next week. Thank you.